Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch of Chelsea versus West Brom. Let's go and get the win. Let's do this. Let's do this.
That 3-3 draw at the Hawthorns with West Brom racing into a 3-0 lead and Chelsea.
Let's get the three. Let's get the 3 points today. Let's go for it. The team for Chelsea today is Mendy, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Zuma, James, Jorginho, Kovacic, Alonso, Pulisic, Werner, Ziyech. Bench, Kepa, Rudiger, Christensen, Chilwell, Gilmore, Mount, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi, Giroud. So, all being well, 3 points today, folks. So let's hopefully get the 3 points. Maybe we just need to wait and see.
Takes his Premier League lineup changes to 45 with 6 more here from the last league match.
So so now let's go and beat West Brom. I don't know if we'll win, but it's just a case of wait and see. If you hear any noise in the background, that's just my dad doing a bit of DIY. Mad. But let's go. It's going to be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how we play. See if we can get the win. That's all that matters. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Who's played well in midfield for them this season. He can't play against his parent club, so Shemi Ajayi is recalled to a 3-man central defence. Only 6 of this team played in that 3-3 draw against Chelsea in September, and their 2-goal hero that day, Callum Robinson, is still out in the cold and on the bench.
So, hopefully you guys are all doing alright on this fine
Good afternoon, Ian. Good afternoon, everyone.
Saturday lunchtime.
Such a strong squad. It doesn't know who they put out.
So let's go. So we're going 3-4-3 today. But we'll go for it. Thiago Silva's back. I'm happy about that. Kovacic, Jorginho, I'm happy with that. It's just Jorginho sometimes a little bit iffy. But can this finally be the day Werner actually scores a couple of goals? Because I would take that right now.
Well, the game against West Brom will be poignant, I think, for Marcus Alonso, who was substituted at half-time in that.
So hopefully we do well.
Never kicked another ball for Frank Lampard. He's back in favour now.
But we're going to be, I think we're going to have like 80% possession. Have all the chances, and we'll have to wait and see. But Sam Johnson, who I have seen play before, is a good keeper, but it's going to be hard to get past him. We'll try our best.
Unbeaten run at the start of his Chelsea regime. He can take it to 15 today. He must think this English game's pretty easy, must he, Glenn?
Yeah. The English game ain't easy. It's just that you just got a good team. It's not easy. It's never easy.
He really was, and I think he's enjoying this group of players and working with them.
But we just got to hope that Chelsea win today. Let's do what we need. To do.
Having been relegated in over 500 games with 8 clubs in the Premier League. I have to say it would be the greatest escape ever, I think, if West Brom were to do it. David Coote is the referee, and the players will take the knee as ever before kick-off. West Bromwich Albion in their change outfit, getting us underway here. An early touch for Jorginho, who missed
they get us on the way. Chelsea versus West Brom. Let's go.
Difficult timing, isn't it? I think for any manager after the international break.
Let's go.
The Champions League game coming up for Chelsea. The sandwiches game in between. They won't have had too much training. A lot of the players since they returned. Townsend looking to play it long. Only conceded 2 goals
Yeah, we conceded 2 goals because we're that good. We conceded only 2 goals because we're that good.
Southampton is the only opposition player to score against Tuchel's Chelsea so far. As Pulisic picks it up.
Come on.
Chance for him to shine. He hasn't had too many starts under the new manager.
Let's keep playing well. If we get a couple of chances going. Yeah, and Glenn, yes. That is true. Who's gonna go? Oh, unlucky.
No matter how you try to wrap it up, there is some anxiety for the German about his current problems in putting the ball in the back of the net, which is his stock in trade.
Unlucky,
but a wonderful ball in there.
Just keep doing that. Eventually it will work.
West Brom won't be too disconcerned of crosses coming in. I think they'll cope with that, but it's got to go in with that sort of venom if they're going to be a good cross going there for Chelsea, because they haven't got that size in there. Drew's not out there.
Pulisic to play it in.
Oh, just wide. Unlucky.
The daggers look from Werner.
Well, that's the point. You know, if you've got a Giroud in there or a centre forward that's just going to pull off the back of defenders and pull it to that back post.
That's unlucky.
Going to the near post there, and that ball has got to be absolutely spot on. And it's probably the near post where they might get more joy, but it's got to be absolutely 100%, you know, right on somebody's head. So you imagine if Chelsea are going to score today, it'll be through the build-up, through the inside of the 18-yard box, little sharp runs on the back of defenders. It'll be difficult for them.
Maybe Giroud not a spectator, but he's still very much high in the pecking order for Didier Deschamps and France with the Euros.
So we're just going to play well.
Diagne. Phillips trying to thread his way through. And an early touch for Thiago Silva, who's been out a long time now, 10 matches, so chance here for him to get some minutes under his belt with the Champions League resumption coming up. Diagne to lay it back, and Pereira with an opportunity.
Ooh, West Brom had a shot on target.
And that's been their problem. They just cannot put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a half chance, isn't it? It was a lovely set back, and on his left foot, good strength there from Diagne.
We made that mistake. Well,
Jorginho trying to get there and close him, but he's got to really sort of curl that out, make that go outside the post.
Come on, Chelsea. Come on, boys.
Decent start from West Brom.
Reece James into Hakim Ziyech.
Oh, too much, too much.
Been away with Morocco. I think the Cobham training ground must have been a ghost town with so many Chelsea players away.
Yes.
I think it's good for managers as well. I think Tuchel, you know, there was game after game, Champions League games, you know, big high-pressured games, always pressure when Chelsea play.
Just need to score as quickly as possible, but I don't know when that's going to happen.
Time off as well, he needed it.
That ball is given away. Pereira looking to thread away through. They managed to stop him. It's outside the box, and there will be a
come on, guys.
Issued there as well.
It's Silva, yellow card.
Got himself in a mess, a little bit of rust.
Well, it was Jorginho really that's give the ball away in a dreadful position, and there's Thiago there. Silva just putting him back.
Typical Jorginho. Does not surprise me that he loses the ball. Team gets a free kick. Doesn't surprise me.
To do for the team.
That doesn't surprise me.
There, but they're not quite out of jail yet, because West Brom have this free kick right on the edge of the box. Albion really.
If West Brom were to score, everybody will want Jorginho's head.
Out of their last 9 to have any chance of staying up. They've only had 3 all season so far, but here's another opportunity early on. They've already had 1.
Come on, just don't let them. Just don't let them. Come on. Just jump, jump, jump. Free kick for West Brom. This is what happens. I think we got this covered.
It's Pereira.
We did. Jorginho, you are lucky. Everyone would have wanted your head, but we now.
On the right-hand side, but he's
Ziyech, why are you? Oh.
That was wasteful from Chelsea. They're defending in their own box. You know, there's not going to be many times that they're going to be able to counter.
You only have to pass softly, and Ziyech just decided to go.
Take the ball away so
and put it like 5 miles ahead of him.
A series
Yeah,
of bloodless wins, really, for Chelsea. They were very impressive the way they put Atletico Madrid away over the 2 legs in the Champions League through the quarter-finals against Porto. First leg coming up on Wednesday. Thiago Silva again. He committed a rare error in that 3-3 game, didn't he, earlier on in the season as well? Which one of the West Bromwich goals came? It's been a slightly iffy start, really, this, from Chelsea, passing-wise.
Very sloppy, very sloppy. You know, the few unforced errors creeping in. You see Thiago there giving the ball away. Just shows you, doesn't it? Well, it doesn't matter how much experience you've got in a player. You know, if you're out for 10 games, it's very difficult, particularly at his age, to just pick the baton up and start playing.
That is not a foul, man.
I've got to say, and there's a few in Chelsea that are not keeping the ball properly. They're not protecting the ball. You just see him there getting tight too early. Sometimes you have to let your centre forward have that ball and try and nick it off the second touch.
He's certainly been a very enthusiastic spectator during his injury absence, hasn't he?
Yep.
It almost looked like he was having a fitness test at the same time.
Yeah, very animated. Another touch from here.
Come on, Chelsea.
Jorginho to Reece James, who's obviously impressed Gareth Southgate. He appears to be above Trent Alexander-Arnold in the pecking order at the moment, with the European selection coming up. Confidently done in the end.
Can't, because the copyrights can't show the game, unfortunately.
Here's Jorginho.
But
Kovacic, who featured
hopefully
in Croatia's games during the break. They will be playing England in England's first game of the European Championships at Wembley, hopefully with the crowd. Here's Phillips to pick it up now for the Baggies.
Come on.
There's a good ball further.
Well done, Alonso.
Play that ball in, it comes off Alonso and goes behind. But at the moment, it's just an impression of Chelsea being a little sleepy.
Yeah, West Brom getting behind Chelsea's midfield too easily. And Pierre, a lovely little overlap from Furlong. A tuck back ball from Pierre, and the ball's
Come on,
coming.
boys. We played about 9 minutes. Chelsea nil, West Brom nil. Not much going on. Not much. West Brom have actually been the better team. Sadly to say.
Well, Ajayi and Bartley have both come up with a goal or two this season. They're up for this corner kick, which is taken by Pereira.
Well done, Silva.
Easily cleared by Thiago Silva. There is a feeling here that West Brom have to take advantage of this phase of the game.
Well, without a doubt, yes. And set plays is there. That corner's gone in, and a blue shirt. Thiago's come onto the ball unopposed.
Come on, boys.
And you look at the West
in the
Brom
game.
signing, they've got some aerial threat there that Chelsea probably are going to be outnumbered. So that the delivery from corners and free kicks have got to be right on the spot, and they could get themselves a goal from that area.
Ajayi into Yokoshlu.
Come on, get the ball back, boys.
Features for Turkey, who are doing pretty well in those World Cup qualifiers. I noticed they beat the Netherlands 4-2 in a sparkling performance, really, and he played his part in that.
Just keep passing the ball around. We'll get somewhere in the end.
North Macedonia the other day, missed a huge chance in the game as well. Just as well they weren't playing the whole of Macedonia.
Come on.
Here's James.
Go on, Ziyech.
Hakim Ziyech.
Put it in the box.
Too clever with that left foot. Alonso's waiting deep.
Oh, unlucky.
Done the job in the end. Darnell Furlong playing as a right wing back today. But I think that'll be joining a 5-man defence quite a bit of the time, you'd imagine.
Look at this quality of a cross outside your foot. Alonso's gone offside too early there, and Furlong deals with it.
Come on, boys. We just need to get a 10 at the moment, because we're not allowing us to do anything.
It is a bit of a wand, isn't it? That left footer is. Perennial player of the year in his days with Ajax. Flew into
Well
Phillips,
done.
quickly
Good on
dispossessed.
Kovacic. Still 0-0. 11 minutes played, folks.
Kovacic to Werner.
Come on.
Werner does have 10 assists to his name this season, which is pretty handy for the team. And here he is on the ball now.
Passing the ball around, but we just need to basically do something, and we're not creating much.
O'Shea.
That's the problem West Brom have got. Diagne has been asked to defensively go on that left-hand side, you know, as a centre forward when they've got possession, but...
Go on, Alonso.
Oh,
Yeah. We've actually had an attempt on target.
The one that's trying to sneak in round the back, Alonso, has made 3 or 4 runs, but the ball hasn't been delivered. There, he just times it to perfection, really. Just onside, great ball from Thiago, good skills, shifts it, gets across the goal, but Johnson, in the end, makes it look easy. But
come on.
Chelsea are just beginning to, you know, they're nice and patient, and know they're going to have to be, but they're just getting in behind now.
Oh, J. Oh, that is brilliant.
Call to the team today, Shemi Ajayi. Jorginho.
That's the ball, Alonso.
Marcus Alonso.
Ziyech.
Cushion
Oh, he went over Ziyech, unlucky.
And Matty Phillips helping back
Unlucky.
the defence.
There's that ball coming straight back at West Brom again, as I say. Diagne has been on the left hand side.
I think we're now getting into it now. That's what we want, folks.
Ball, but there's no release, man, down the centre of the pitch. It's a problem to West Brom.
Challenging Chelsea
Jorginho.
to break them down. James
Oh,
plays it in.
Oh my God, how have you missed that?
With it. Flag's gone up
Flag's up.
eventually anyway.
But how have you missed that still?
Yeah, I think it gets a slight little deflection as well on the cross here from James. A lovely ball in. Yeah, he's just gone a little bit too early.
He literally air kicked it and missed the ball completely.
Offside, if he actually sticks that in the back of the net, it gives him that little bit of confidence.
But unlucky, unlucky
Werner. Now he's missed it.
Thomas Tuchel,
unlucky.
colourful quote yesterday, said, "Imagine it's rather like asking a woman out on a date. Step back from it a little bit, and you might get a call from her."
Wow.
Don't overthink it.
I know how that
never
feels.
worked for me.
I know how that feels.
Mad. Yellow card.
Diagne's challenge.
Free kick to Chelsea is. Ooh, that's Bequet's done.
The referee reaching for a card.
Oh, he got a nice slap in the side of the chops.
Diagne just puts that arm behind him, makes contact. I think when things like that happen, you know, refs don't see it, you're not going to get booked. But obviously, David Coote was really looking at.
Come on.
At that bit of action at that time, and you get a little bit unlucky. But
we just need to create. Just need to get something sorted. But
so far,
we need to try our best.
30-goal season in Turkey a couple of years ago. Diagne just won against Manchester United when West Brom got a good point against them as well as their draws at Liverpool and Manchester City.
Hello.
And Chelsea, of course, as previously mentioned. But only 18 points with 9 games to go. No team has ever escaped with this few points at this stage, although Leicester did it when they had 19 around this time under Nigel Pearson a few seasons back.
Here we go. It's Chelsea 0, West Brom 0. We're trying our best, but we are trying our best as much as we can. But
inside by Connor Townsend. They have kept 3 clean sheets in their last 5 games. West Brom. Sam Allardyce has kind of mended the defence, shut the back door if you like, but they just can't score at the other end.
Yeah, I think it's been a big bonus for saying that back 5, you know, staying together at times, and as a unit you get that feeling. Yeah, a couple of clean sheets and you build on that.
Here's Werner to Pulisic.
Go on.
A lot of the ball. Queta, one of the few who wasn't on international duty during the break. Now Werner. Well defended that time. O'Shea was who got it away. Dara O'Shea was in the Ireland team that were beaten by Luxembourg. I told you there have been a few shocks around.
I think Werner just got a whack there. I think Furlong, as he's just gone to block the cross, just catches Werner there, and he's still down. He's off the pitch, but he's still down at the moment. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he's requiring some attention. Werner is clambered to his feet now out of your picture. And, he's now
I'm doing all right, just nervous because it's 0-0 against West Brom. Really, really, we should be doing something.
Getting the interception in
We should be
importantly.
playing a lot better.
West Brom thought they should have had a free kick there, Diania in particular.
And Lucas, sometimes I do match previews, but not all the time. I don't do match previews all the time just because I'm busy doing other stuff.
Yeah, there he is. He goes to the byline.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
After he gets the cross in, here it is. There, look, change of pace, gets the cross in and just catches him. Really, just with a stud. Nothing vicious.
Yeah.
But, I'm sure it's one that he'll be able to run off pretty quickly.
Challenged by Darnell Furlong. You signed his dad, Paul, for Chelsea.
I did. Yeah. Paul, back in the day, what was that? 2.3
million, which,
yeah,
believe it or not, was then a record fee for Chelsea. How times change, huh?
Yeah, a pair of boots for that now.
Exactly.
Pair of boots.
From Watford, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Big Paul. Yeah, did really well.
Big Paul Furlong is actually not a bad player for us.
Kovacic. To Thiago Silva.
So, if you guys want to put any questions in, I'll answer any questions as you can during the stream. We've been 2 lackadaisical and Jorginho made most of it.
We've got another game for you this weekend. Tomorrow, in fact, Manchester United against Brighton and Hove Albion.
Done alright, but he's made most of the mistakes. Either Ziyech or Jorginho at the moment.
Tonight, debating all the big stories. James, good ball down the side.
Go on, Ziyech.
Touch from him as well.
Go on,
too heavily for Balisic.
Ziyech, you're doing that too much.
Good till then.
Yeah, it was a lovely, quick, bright move, wasn't it? You know, there was open play, there was spaces to play. There's the first ball in, a lovely little tuck-in ball. Now you've got a 2v1 there. It's got to be perfectly timed and weighted, but it wasn't. And that's that little counter-attack that Chelsea can do every now and again. They don't have many options.
That's a ball.
Is closing on it. Great defending there.
I thought Alonso was going to get to that bar.
Really was. Stayed goal side, but didn't panic and just made sure he got there first and made the header.
Come on, Chelsea.
Fighting hard, West Bromwich Albion. They haven't been losing by much when they've lost recently. But they are 10 points adrift of the first safety position, currently held by Newcastle United. Well, that was a wonderful piece of defending by Darnell Furlong just now.
Yeah, look, he's looking over his shoulder. He knows that Alonso looks to get on that back post. Look, he's picked a great position, covers the run and doesn't panic at all. He's facing his own.
Nearly scored.
Really
playing all right, but we just need to get better and just need to create chances, but we're not doing it.
Under pressure, keeper can't come. And Sam would be absolutely delighted if they keep defending like that.
O'Shea in need of a bit of attention. Meanwhile, a lot of these West Bromwich Albion players, a couple of them we've just been featuring, Furlong, O'Shea, having their first crack at the Premier League this season.
Ooh.
Yeah, you just see his right foot there. Zuma's right foot there just goes on his ankle, doesn't it?
By his own man a bit as well, Phillips.
Yeah,
I think
he had a double whammy there. Yeah,
it's a freak accident, you might call it.
Come on, boys. We just need to get in the game.
So there'll be a delay here while they try to patch up Dara O'Shea. Product of the St Kevin's Boys Football Club in Dublin. Now a full Irish international, Young Player of the Year at West Brom. On his way through into the Premier League.
So we keep creating these chances and doing well. I think we can actually gain something. Legend.
Back on familiar
Legend.
territory, a real star.
Star. He was a star for us.
Premier League titles among his trophies as a Chelsea player.
And a Champions League.
Usually on the bench these days, though.
For me, was
7 years old.
For me, Branislav Ivanovic was good, but just in the last few years, just teetered off.
Just a matter of time for Chelsea. And the probing goes on to Lisic.
Go on, Kovacic, have a crack!
Tried to
you jammy gate.
I think it came off your Koshlu, goes for a corner.
Jammy gate.
Yeah, quickly worked there from Chelsea, like 1-2 touch football. He just creates a little bit of a half yard for himself, Kovacic, but so many West Brom shirts there to block.
Kovacic, who's never scored at Stamford Bridge yet, since he became a Chelsea player.
I think his race is run.
Shea's gone down again, which is not a good sign here for West Brom. It might be that the former Chelsea man, Branislav Ivanovic, has to come on and play.
Look at the chat in between.
Yeah, looks like it's about to happen.
I've tried to have a
Maybe
look in between,
some
but
things are written in
your
the
message
stars.
ain't
He
there.
hasn't played too much lately. Comes back to Stamford Bridge, waiting on the bench, and there is a defensive injury, and he is going to be needed.
Yeah, there's the clash there, as you say. I think it's Matty Phillips is that left foot actually studs his teammate, and looking at it, you thought it was just going to be a bit sorry enough to turn the ankle as well at the same time. And,
so
have to come off. Ivanovic now.
O'Shea's coming off. Ivanovic is coming on.
Out, isn't he?
Yep, 377 Chelsea appearances over 9 years, 3 Premier League titles, and the winner in the Europa League final against Benfica in 2013.
So he's the hero for that moment.
Pity the fans aren't in. He'd get a great reception.
He would.
He really would, I think, from the Chelsea fans. He's part of the furniture for quite a long time. Got a big job out there now.
Come on, boys.
It's one of them injuries where he wasn't told to go and warm up. It's just Shay's had to come off, and you just wonder at 37, he would have liked a little bit more time to have warmed himself up, I would imagine, but straight off the seat onto the pitch.
He's the second oldest player in Premier League this season. Behind Phil Jagielka of Sheffield United. Jorginho.
Go on, Alonso, JR. Too much on it.
Yeah. Ivanovic has just had a little chat with Bartley, and he's saying, do you want me to go in? And then they looked over at the bench, and I just wonder whether there might just be a slight change here. Ivanovic might feel he wants to go in between the two centre-backs rather than be on the right side, because Alonso was sneaking in behind. He's trying to get in behind Furlong, and let's just have a little look there. He didn't feel comfortable in that first little bit of defending. Yeah,
come on, boys.
Between the two centre-backs to play in that central position, and Bartley's come out on this right-hand side.
Good spot that, Glenn. That's exactly what's happened.
Come on. Go on.
James.
Oh, okay.
Defended by Connor
Okay,
Townsend,
Reece. Okay.
the left back who's played in the top 5 divisions in England and the top league in Scotland as well in his career.
Come on, we start creating stuff, but we're not doing it. Bit disappointing, but
Thiago Silva picked up that early booking. Pulisic.
oh, that's not subtle.
Really.
That's nothing but subtle.
Kyle Bartley.
Yeah, there's the little ball in there. It's too quick, isn't he? For Bartley, gets done on the turn.
She gets none of the ball and just takes the player's legs out.
Shove in the back there as well.
Didn't see him produce the card though. Might have got away with one there.
Yeah, it's a definite foul. I'm not so sure it was a yellow for me, but
so basically, Thiago Silva does one challenge, gets free kick. Against him, gets booked. West Brom player doesn't get booked.
Don't they?
For something very similar. Doesn't make no sense. But we got a good two good free kick takers on this, so hopefully Reece James and Alonso over the ball. Someone. Is it going to be Reece James or is it going to be Alonso?
It's about 25 yards out.
Is it going to be Marcos? It's going to be Marcos.
It's Alonso.
Oh!
Off the post.
It's a goal! Come on! I'll take that every day of the week. Come on.
To all of that great free kick. And Pulisic picks up the pieces and Chelsea are 1-0.
That might be the relief we need. Come on. Get it.
But it's fabulous instincts from Pulisic. It really is. There's the technique. He beats the wall. It's curling away from Johnson.
Do you want your jammy? You want your jammy?
Pulisic, look at that there. He's just thought, I'm getting in front of the last defender. Centre forward sort of instincts, really. He's followed in and he's got his just rewards. And it's a difficult technique, actually. Under pressure, just smothers the ball, stays over the top of the ball. I think Johnson just gets a finger to it, but it's not enough to save it and put it round the corner. But really good, Pulisic, fantastic instincts to follow that in.
So the 5th league start he's had under the new boss. That'll be a good feeling for Pulisic, who did register a goal for his country during the break against Northern Ireland. Penalty, in fact. Got themselves in the mix-up here. Pereira to pounce on that one. And then Yokoslu couldn't keep it down. But there was a challenge there by Thiago Silva, and he's going to get a second yellow. He's off. Thiago Silva is sent off on his return to the team. What drama in the last couple of minutes here. A Chelsea goal, but now they're down to 10 men.
Well, as an experienced player, I'm shocked, actually, because the tackle he comes in, he's reckless, so reckless. What? Here's the half chance. He's gone in late. And when you've been booked, okay, he's trying to block it there. He's turned his face away. He's trying to actually, to be fair to him, block it with his foot. Look, his head goes away. He's trying to block that ball with it, and it follows through.
Oh, that's bollocks. That is utter bollocks.
Yokoslu.
If I was Thomas Tuchel, I would go and
as an experienced player, when you've been booked, you've got to stay on your feet. And soon the defenders understand that, better it'll be for them.
You can't see it, Danny. You just missed it.
Well, the plan was that he would probably have about an hour today just to get back in the swing of things and then get sucked. But that is not exactly the way Chelsea had it in mind. We'll call in a moment Peter Wharton for his verdict on that. But West Brom had this free kick. Peter, what's your verdict on that?
Unfortunately, I don't think Thiago Silva can have any complaints at all. Yes, he's turned his back, but that's not mitigation. He's been reckless, as Glenn said there. He's been reckless in terms of diving in, trying to block the ball. He hasn't timed it correctly. He's caught the player. It gives David Coote no option but to issue a second yellow card.
Well, his intention's not
it gives West Brom a chance here to...
Doesn't matter what his intention is.
Equaliser.
Just told you it was reckless.
Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Mateus Pereira hovering over that ball.
This is what it is, son.
Right,
shut up!
Pereira's had one dig already from a similar kind of
Georgina didn't do
situation.
Yeah, he did it. We were saying full the reason he got the first booking.
Well, yeah, but so don't get yourself booked again. Come on.
And in the end, it was the least likely, it seemed, to take it. He came in from the side, but again, not accurate enough. And Sam Allardyce, I think, is beginning to sound like a broken record. They cannot put the ball in the net.
Well, you've got to hit the target from there. There's a little bit sloppy play again from Chelsea. And Thiago, as we've said, it's reckless. Look, he's shaking his hand straight away. He knows that he's called him. There's the block. He's trying to attempt to block the ball on the shot, but he follows through. There's contact made, and it's the only decision the referee can make, really, at the end of the day.
Chelsea protests in vain, and the Brazilian is off.
Yeah.
Interesting to see whether he goes, with the back four. No,
Andres Christensen's coming on.
He's going to stay with that back three.
Yep.
And they'll take the sacrifice player off.
It will be
so hello. He's away at the moment. Yeah. Just away at the moment. Thank you, Adam, for letting me know about that. Keeping people informed, so that's good. But if we can get, I still think we can. I think we'll still win this because we've got so many players on, but it's annoying. It's annoying.
Fewer goals.
Yeah, he reads the game well, Ian, but also he uses it. He's comfortable on the ball. He wants the ball, but he does read the game defensively well.
Picked up from Celta Vigo, the Spanish club.
Hakim Ziyech is going off and Christensen coming on.
Ziyech, unfortunate for him really that tactically there is a need to readjust, and he's sacrificed.
Yeah, it's frustrating for him, isn't it? I don't know, would he go in the bathroom with Thiago and say thanks very much, mate, you've just had me substituted.
Here's Furlong.
He's not happy.
Those developments may just West Bromwich and give them a bit more belief that they could rescue something from this game.
Come on, boys.
But they'll have to do what no team has done for over 12 hours now, score against Chelsea.
Come on.
Yeah, they're going to have to think about that back three. Defensively, they'll want to keep it there, keep it strong, but one of those centre-backs will have some time and space to come out on the ball, and it's how they use that possession.
Looks like Furlong's going for the long throw. They've used this once or twice this season with a knock-on and scored, notably when they won the Black Country Derby against Wolves at Molineux. This time it doesn't find its target. Ivanovic played that back in again. Out again to Yakoshlu. Now Maitland-Niles. Pereira to play it in. Chelsea having to defend quite deep at the moment. Yakoshlu's got it again on the edge of the box. And there's a break on now for Chelsea. They've got 3 against 2 at the moment here. Werner. Pulisic's waiting in the middle. Ivanovic is over a piece of defending by him, really, just to make sure Werner kept out of harm's way.
Yeah, you just think at one moment there, look, they nick the ball, they pinch it, and they break quickly. The blue shirt's coming, and you just think, well, Werner's got a little bit more
break from one into the other. That we're quick at breaking and doing all that.
Keeps going. He just gets his left arm across a little bit there to just put him off balance. It's not enough to be a penalty or a penalty.
But Werner, because he tried to get back up, so respect.
Exactly what was needed.
Is the Werner he's done?
Now he's gone down. Now you just wonder whether sprinting. Like he's just had to sprint, whether he's pulled something.
Well, you do wonder, don't you? His old teammate there, Cesar Azpilicueta. I think there was a sort of jokey word between, but there he had to try to match one of the fastest players in Europe, Timo Werner, and did a pretty good job of it, but was it at a cost? Yeah, I think it is. They're going to have to take him off as well.
Because it was one of them, his substitution, he had to go, he was sitting down and he took his tracksuit off, bang, he was on. And at 37, that is dangerous without a warm-up, stretching and getting yourself properly warmed up. Here, look, and then you're having to sprint like that. You have to go into a sprint, and I think that's where he's done something. He's pulled over a calf or a hamstring. He's done his job for the team defensively, though. Brilliant, but looks like he might have.
It's just about that muscle. You don't let them do a little warm-up before they come on the
pitch. Rueful look. It was a good piece of canny defending from him, but he will play no further part.
Who scored the goal? Pulisic scored.
Shame for him, really, back at Stamford Bridge as well. And he'd love to play a heroic part for his relegation-threatened side here, but that's not to be. Well, it might be Lee Peltier. I think he might be coming on to replace him. I think he's the only other defender they've got available. So what are they going to do here, West Bromwich Albion?
They might go into a 4.
That's going to be Callum Robinson, in fact.
Yeah.
Who scored 2 goals in that 3-3 draw at the Hawthorns. In fact, the only Premier League goals he's ever scored are against Chelsea. He got one for Sheffield United as well. I wonder whether he might have been in the team on a horses for courses type of pick today, but he goes out there. Here comes the corner kick in there. And after all that, Chelsea still lead by a goal to 0.
Well, yeah, both teams now have got to settle into a pattern or whatever shape there is going on there.
Yeah.
I've seen a foul in there.
So how is everyone?
It's interesting. I think they've reverted a little bit more back to man-for-man marking there from corners, set plays there, West Brom. But yeah, West Brom. Let's have a little look. Are they going to go into a 4, a back 4, and with the extra man they've got, it might work for them actually to put an extra player into that midfield area.
Lasted under 13 minutes. Branislav Ivanovic. He can say that he stayed level with Timo Werner in a 40-yard foot race.
And that still shocks me.
Well, it was the last thing he wanted to happen, you know, defending in the back 5 and that 3, you know, in the centre of them 2 deep is one thing, but when you've got to sprint from the halfway line, that tested
Come
him.
on.
Actually caught him out in the end.
Come on, Jose, let's get to half time.
Is Phillips.
The only good thing is Thiago Silva can play in the Champions League, so that's the only
Kovacic
down
missed up
good.
that time. Pereira into the danger area. Diagne thought he was being pushed, but the officials are not interested.
So that would be, so we can play against Porto. That's the only good sign.
If he can get his head on it, they're in.
Our next game is Crystal Palace, but we've got Christensen who is
stepped across him and defended it well.
who I rate very highly, so I'm not that disappointed. Did he deserve the second yellow? I'm gonna say yes.
Under their new manager in 10 matches, only Manchester City can.
But I know a lot of
top that in
people,
current form
I
tables.
know a
That's why
lot
they
of fans
climbed up
will
into 4th
say
place in the league, but they've
Thiago
got a
Silva
few
would
teams
not
breathing down
have
their
been
necks.
sent off
It'll be
if
quite some race, I think,
there
to
was,
see who does
if
make the top 4.
Jorginho didn't make the mistake that then led to the
Chelsea have done it in
first,
7 of the last 10
his
seasons.
first yellow card. If he didn't make that mistake,
Is Kovacic.
Silva would more or less still be on the pitch.
Alonso.
But the way he jumped was in like a scissor motion in the air. Unfortunately,
Again.
the cameras didn't catch
Just missing that
the actual
spark
challenge,
Mason Mount
unfortunately,
so
so
often
we never really
gets
know
in Chelsea.
what happened, but he got sent off anyway.
Yeah, they're having to be patient. They're having to go back as well as across the pitch like we're seeing now. But
apart
as them balls go
from
across
that, I'm
and
still
back,
happy with this
they're just
performance. I'm still
waiting for
happy
the
because we
spaces
are
in
winning, and that's what that
pockets to
matters.
open up. And though they're 1-0 up, they find themselves 1-0 up. They haven't been really at it, have they, Chelsea, today? What do I say? They haven't created that much going forward, and it's going to be interesting to see now. West Brom get more possession. Probably this going into a back 4 will suit them against 10 men, as I say, and get bodies forward more.
So hopefully we can get a couple more goals in us, because that's what we need.
Games. He looks an absolute banker for the European Championships and is becoming an extremely important player, if he wasn't already, for Gareth Southgate and for Chelsea too, of course.
Come on, boys. Let's get to half time with this lead, and I'll be happy.
There's always something odd in the script, isn't there? In the Premier League, this looked like going in, maybe a routine home win for Chelsea against a team apparently doomed. But here at Chelsea, down to 10 men, they do have the lead, but there's been some drama at Stamford
Well done,
Bridge.
Mendy.
I mean, this is a team that's gone to Liverpool, got a point, gone to City and got a point as well. So,
But we're a
they've
different.
got to be respected.
But we're in form, so.
It's Christensen who's come on
See,
into reshuffle.
City weren't the team
He's
they
a little
were
bit
when
unlucky,
West Brom
probably
went
right
to
to
them,
feel a bit
so...
cheesed off about being the one who was sacrificed. Because he'd been pretty bright.
Come on, if we can get a second before half time, then that would be absolutely good.
Got a few options. One of them is James.
Go on.
Across the
Oh!
face of goal. Goalkeeper got a fingertip on that,
Unlucky.
I think, as he did on the Alonso free kick before the goal.
That's unlucky.
It's good play from
That's
James,
really good
isn't
play.
it? Look, he looks as if he's going to drag it and pull it back. A little bit of skill. Just gets half a yard, drills it across the box there.
Thought someone was going to get a touch on that.
Just gets a good hand to it in the end. It needed to be a decent hand for knock it round this outside of the post, but good play from James.
If we can get a second goal, I will take that now.
James is taking the corner kick as well.
Another corner. Let's go, go, go.
They've run out of defenders, haven't they? West Bromwich Albion. I mentioned Paltier, but he's really a fullback.
Yep, so...
Right back.
Yeah.
Still on the bench. Here comes the latest corner.
Oh, Zuma.
Zuma was
Unlucky
attacking.
Zuma.
4 goals this season.
Yeah.
Kurt Zuma, his best ever return in a season.
Yeah, a split second there, you think he's going to hit the target. He gets a slight little nudge there, just a little nudge.
Unlucky.
Here's Ainsley Maitland-Niles. He's on loan from Arsenal, of course. Played against Chelsea in the FA Cup final last season. And
Come
well,
on.
too.
Come on, boys.
Wide on the left, he can play all over the place, but prefers the central midfield role he's got with the Baggies at the moment. So a loose ball from Ajayi, they've managed to keep it alive. Maitland-Niles.
That's a good
tackle,
challenge.
James.
Well done.
That sets something up. Kovacic
Reece James. Wow.
looking
That's,
around for
you've got us
support.
now. Oh, go on. Go on.
James here.
Oh, you...
Strong hands.
He's
from
trying to
Sam
keep
Johnston.
unlucky.
Yeah, good break
Unlucky.
again from Chelsea, isn't it? They pinch that ball in their own half and they're off. The blue shirts go. Look.
He did
Obviously,
one
if they
challenge
spare men, he just
in his own
patiently
half,
looking left,
ran
he's
all the way
looking right,
back
and
and had the
Reece
attempt
James
from it.
just makes
That is
extra
amazing.
man.
I like that. I like the
He sits it
determination.
straight, though. Doesn't pick anything out, does he? He's just happy to put his foot through the ball, and it's too good, really. You want to just miss it
Basically,
that a little bit. And
You
it
should have
flies in
either
the
done it
corner,
either
but
side. Could have troubled the
safe
keeper either
pair
way.
of hands behind
Either way.
James with a couple of opportunities to get what would be his first Premier League goal at Stamford Bridge. He got one at Brighton.
Go on, head. Christensen. Oh.
Christensen arriving.
Unlucky.
A player who's never scored for Chelsea. European action coming up, and cracking European action as well this week. Real Madrid against Liverpool on Tuesday. What a tie. 7 o'clock. BT Sport 2 HD for that. And Manchester City against Borussia Dortmund, Erling Haaland and all that. That's BT Sport 3 HD.
Oh.
Same night. And on Wednesday, Chelsea's game against Porto, which is going on in Sevilla, neutral territory. 7 o'clock. BT Sport 2 HD. Unmissable games, really, from Europe. Townsend with the long ball forward towards Maitland-Niles.
you see Maitland-Niles there just making runs forward.
Come on, boys.
He hasn't been able to do that early in the game. They've had nothing to play to up front, but now they've got 2 up front. They've got a midfield that can make runs in behind that. So they're going to sort of cause Chelsea a few more problems.
Phillips still looking to slide one in.
Well done, Christensen.
Diania was waiting.
Yeah, the ball goes across there. They've got bodies in the box again. Nice little 1-2. Just got to whip that in there with no fear. Just put it in there and say, get on the end of that. He was just trying to guide it in there, Phillips, and in the end it was too easy to defend.
5 minutes of added time. There have been a few injuries in this half. West Brom have already used 2 of their subs. It's a poor one from Maitland-Niles that time, but he's got another opportunity. They're getting quite busy and influential in that centre midfield.
Yeah, that was poor, really. He was in a great position to just clip that back post, and they sent 2 out against 10 men. That's the right thing to do. Always have 2 out as a corner.
Come on, boys.
So you're dragging players out, and just didn't capitalise on it.
Going long.
Thinking of the long throw.
West Brom are going long.
Initially looked to Ajayi to flick one on maybe for Bartley. Both of them attacked the same ball there. Kovacic got it away. Townsend is breaking here for Pereira. Wonderful chance.
Oh, they've scored.
And West Bromwich are in a level. Matthias Pereira, cute little lob. And West Bromwich Albion have a lifeline here.
Well,
was that goal coming?
Ian,
it was very well taken.
Ian, it was a fantastic cute.
Basically, our
block,
defence literally fell asleep.
The timing of his run is perfect. He looks over his shoulder here. It's coming off the boot of his goalkeeper, Johnson. And look, it goes early. He reads that ball, and it's played to perfection from Sam Johnson. And what a cute, as you say, a cute finish. But he's gone. He's caught Chelsea coming out. And there's no defender that could get back in there because their body weight was going forward, trying to get out, shift out and clear the space. That's a fabulous finish. But even more importantly, a very cute and astute run in the first place. Keeps his head. And it's what they've deserved, actually, I've got to say.
Sam Allardyce will be believing that maybe his team could go on and get 3 points here because Chelsea are down to 10 men. None of this was in the script when we started here this morning. Pereira is top scorer for West Brom, but it's with a modest 7 this season. That was very well taken. And they might
oh no,
don't. And bending one,
oh my, what the?
My goodness,
oh no.
Jobin were nearly ahead there.
That was wonderful play, wasn't it, from Phillips? And look at the confidence the goal gives you.
lucky.
Away, he's on the ball, he's gone on the outside, he cuts back in, on his left there, lovely little curl. He's not thinking about hitting anyone on the back post, he's going for goal. It's a wonderful little curling look, and for 1 second I thought, well, he was beaten, but the bar comes to his rescue, and there's.
Hugo, you taught them at half time, give him an absolute rollicking.
You can just
get him going.
West Brom feel there's something
Shouldn't be 1-1.
Well, Thomas Tuchel had seen his side not concede a goal for 12 and a quarter hours. They nearly conceded 2 in about 2 minutes there. It had all been such plain sailing, or apparently since he came into the job, but a bit of thinking and maybe reorganising to do for Chelsea in this second half here. West Bromwich Albion still believing in miracles, apparently. Jorginho. Diani to play it round the corner. Pereira was in there again, so was Phillips. It's Pereira looking to measure it.
Jorginho, you fucking twat!
West Bromwich Albion, an astonishing turnaround here. And the little Brazilian has got them both.
Went down because Jorginho lost the ball and West Brom just went down into
extraordinary.
It's absolutely brilliant finish. He runs, watch this, he runs round the ball to get it on his favoured left. He doesn't take the shot where 3 defenders go as if he's going to hit it with his right foot. He tucks it back on his left. Here we go. Sloppy play again from Chelsea in defensive third. So many times, a little back flick header. He's onside, and this is great from Phillips. Phillips just blocks off Alonso. There it is, look. 3 defenders go for the right foot shot, which he doesn't take. And he brings it back to his left foot, and he just shows his body as if he's going into the opposite corner. Mendy buys that, and he whips it back in the near post. That is such a clever and cute goal again.
No, you get what I mean.
And, well,
that's what I want.
Because
he's the reason.
You don't know what's coming around.
Bring Mount on, please.
What composure.
Take him off, bring Mount on.
Pereira, who was such a
2-1 down at half time. Like that.
Oh
no.
He just kept his head there and just coolly passed the ball in the back of the net. Remarkable developments at Stamford Bridge. Christian Pulisic putting Chelsea ahead, but they've had Thiago Silva sent off. West Brom have lost a couple of players to injury, but they bounced back in massive style with 2 goals from Matthias Pereira in the closing moments of what was a very dramatic first half. What in the second half? You wonder. Here we've got Joe Cole and Karen Carney to dissect all that in a moment or two. Is Chelsea 1, West Bromwich Albion 2 at half time here in the, well, shock headline from Stamford Bridge.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's Jorginho's foul. I want to read so much, but I'm trying to keep it in.
Just Steve delivers the Premier League on BT Sport.
I basically want to give it up. I'm being good right now. I'm gonna try and keep it in, but I want to grab his head. Stay calm. Still 45 minutes. Still 45 minutes.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make it a microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie, I could truly be moody. I could have played the fucking Grinch in the movies. I've been a part-time shadow cat, part-time. That is not a guy that I would ever want to try to battle rap. Snap, crackle, pop, mind fried to a crisp. Make an MC into a wide-eyed lunatic. You. El professor is in the house, let me teach you. I could defeat you with two hands tied and have you waking in the hospital like, who am I? And who are you? Who are they? What is this? You wouldn't believe how someone react to this shit. The mind slips, slipping, speaking in tongues. Sly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done. 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 Sly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done.
They claim to be who they ain't. Try to knock my hustle, they can't. I pull this burner out of my pain. Chop him up where he stands. They claim to be who they ain't. Try to knock my hustle, they can't. I pull this burner out of my pain. They claim to be who they ain't. Chop him up.
Switch it up.
Chop him up where he stays. Okay. 100 pounds, we just break them down. Takes a couple phone calls, they gon' make them round. Let's make sure that everybody eat. So in the end, I'm making ends on everybody's street. I'm in the trenches with it OD. I'm circulating public coke until they OD. The kid that started with 100 grams. Now he can turn a full slab into 100 grams. They claim to be who they ain't. Try to knock my hustle, they can't. I pull this burner out of my pants. They claim to be who they ain't. Okay, chop him up where he stays.
He was only due to play a certain amount of minutes, and he certainly has now with that sending off.
We have to give credit, though, to West Brom. They pressed from minute one. They've come at this with the perfect plan. Brilliant. And listen, this is what Sam Allardyce wants, and you have to credit Pereira because you need to play like Sam. You need to react.
But also, it doesn't help that Mendy was off his line. Mendy wasn't off his line. I think Pereira wouldn't have chipped him, or the incident wouldn't have happened.
Here he stops. He sees he's going to kick it, and he makes the run early, catches the offside.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make it a microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie, I could truly be moody. I could have played the fucking Grinch in the movies. I've been a part-time shadow cat, part-time. That is not a guy that I would ever want to try to battle rap. Snap, crackle, pop, mind fried to a crisp. Make an MC into a wide-eyed lunatic. You. El professor is in the house, let me teach you. I could defeat you with two hands tied and have you waking in the hospital like, who am I? And who are you? Who are they? What is this? You wouldn't believe how someone react to this shit. The mind slips, slipping, speaking in tongues. Sly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done. 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 Sly ink, GVA, that's how we get it done.
They claim to be who they ain't. Try to knock my hustle, they can't. I pull this burner out of my paint. Chop him up where he stands. They claim to be who they ain't. Try to knock my hustle, they can't. I pull this burner out of my paint. They claim to be who they ain't. Chop him up. Chop him up where he stands.
Switch it up.
Chop him up where he stays. Okay. 100 pounds, we just break them down. Take a couple phone calls, they gon' make them round. Let's make sure that everybody eat. So in the end, I'm making ends on everybody's streets. I'm in the trenches where they go in. I'm circulating public coke until they OD. The kid that started with 100 grams. Now he can turn a full slab into 100 grams. They claim to be who they ain't. Try to knock my hustle, they can't. I pull this burner out of my paint. They claim to be who they ain't. Chop 'em up. Okay, chop him up where he stands. Okay. Chop him up where he stands.
Ha ha! He's kept him on. Why are you keeping on that wanky piece of shite called Jorginho? That guy, you took Pulisic off. I'm done. I don't want to describe that. I'm done. Pulisic's had the better games than Jorginho. Pulisic scored, for Christ's sake. never ranted so much. I'm fuming. It's the first time I've fumed at our manager. Oh my god. For me. Jorginho should not even be on this pitch. I do not want him playing for Chelsea again if he makes us lose this game. Because he's the reason why we're losing this game. Basically. Being too... Basically not passing too much, but having too much time on the ball and letting West Brom players get to him. I would have Jorginho on... I would not mind having Jorginho on the pitch, but play him in the midfield role, centre midfield role. Oh, I'm done. Oh, that was an epic moment. I'm done. I hated that moment. That moment still I don't like. Oh, whoa. Let's go. Let's go, boys. If we can get a goal early in the second half, Mason Mount has a good second half, I'll be happy. Because he's the one player I always rely on to get us out of a hole. Because he always seems to do that when we need him the most, because that guy is a legend. I'm alright, just fuming at the fact that we're losing because of Jorginho. Because we would have gone into half time drawing 1-1. Yeah, Jorginho, be careful. People want you at the club. If it was this, your head is on a knife edge for this last 45 minutes now, boy.
Second goal, shielding the ball and giving Pereira the time he needed to just coolly slot it home.
How on earth can you take Pulisic off and Pulisic's actually a bet? Has actually had a decent game. Pulisic even scored. You cannot take off our goal scorer.
Nearly always enough to stay up.
Pulisic just not getting a look in, man. I feel for the guy. I feel for him, man.
Can he be the spark point?
Can we have a saviour? Can we have a saviour, please? In the second half, saviour.
Joe Cole said it, didn't he?
And take Jorginho off at some point, please.
It's the first time in a way that Thomas Tuchel's had to go in there and really do something fairly dramatic, tactically, more motivation-wise, even.
I would say more on the.
Go on, man. Show us why you're good.
I think he's really had to have a little go and a little pop at his Chelsea
team,
probably for the first time since he's been at the Stamford Bridge, because they were complacent first half. There's no doubt about it.
Furlong. Blocked off by Alonso, but
well done, Alonso.
Not interested in any possible foul there.
Come on, boys. If we can get an equaliser early doors, then you never know. Shocks could happen. We could do it. Oh, this could be the perfect time for a striker to come and save us. Bring on Giroud as well. Bring on Giroud. We need someone like Giroud. Giroud to save us.
Now Kovacic.
I mean, just went down the wrong hole, folks. Oh, Kovacic, lackadaisical.
Get it back again. Ainsley Maitland-Niles picks a good ball. So the hard-working Matty Phillips is getting a real run in the side now. Darnell Furlong was left out for a little while at one point. He's
go on, Christensen.
Back in there now, Diania. He's given some kind of focal point to the attack since he's come in, even if there haven't been the goals that West Brom would have hoped for.
Well, what's happened during this game and the way the shapes have had to change, it's he can go down the middle now, play down the middle and stay there defensively, because he was being asked to drop back into that left wing sort of position defensively and do the job in possession down the middle. It was tough for him, but now he's just staying down the centre.
Same routine, long throw in towards Ajayi.
Get it out, 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 don't foul. Well done, ref.
He fouled Alonso, he did. It's almost like one of those exercises you could get on coaching courses, really, for Thomas Tuchel. How do you go about pulling a game back with 10 players against 11? That's exactly what Chelsea are trying to do here now with Reece James linking with Mason Mount.
Go on! Oh!
It's a good ball up towards the back post. Nobody closed in on that. Alonso's got it now. Zuma. Towards Aspilicueta. That's another sloppy ball. Callum Robinson has picked it up for West Bromwich Albion.
This time it's Kovacic. It's our centre mid making all the mistakes. Oh, great.
The shot go. Christensen got the block in.
Kante, we need you back, please.
Now then, Werner. Showed too much of the ball to Ajayi.
I think we wouldn't be 2-1 down if Kante were playing. No way.
Yeah, just showed it, didn't he?
I would never have Albert Junior wouldn't be playing.
Against the big centre back out there in that right back position. You know, you couldn't ask for more really for Werner, and he gives the ball away. And it's frustrating for Chelsea at the moment. They've really got to step up, and someone's got to start taking hold of this game and make sure they get back in it, because if not, you just see the confidence growing. West Brom are growing in confidence with the ball.
For God's sake, stop fouling, boys!
Especially considering their perilous position towards the foot of the table. Townsend, the player caught there by Reece James.
James just catches him late, doesn't he? Leaves one on him a little bit. There's a little bit of frustration running through the Chelsea camp at the moment.
West Brom with Southampton, Wolves, Liverpool and West Ham to come at the Hawthorns, and away to Leicester, Villa, Arsenal, and on the last day, Leeds United. And they're going to have to win a lot of those games, probably double their current points tally of 18. I think it would make Houdini look like a down-the-bill act at the Village Hall if they pulled it off. Is your Koshlu?
Come on, boys, let's do something. Come on.
Chelsea had won 11 successive matches against teams in the relegation zone by an aggregate of 31 goals. By an aggregate of 31 goals to 4. Werner.
Come on, boys. Oh, he sent him on the merry dance, Reece James. Oi, send him on his merry way. The one actual decent player that's actually played well for us there.
Kovacic. Lovely ball.
Go on, Alonso. Go on, Alonso.
Nobody really brings away that Werner's arriving. But what a pass by Kovacic. Picked the locks of the defence there, didn't he? Kovacic's ball again. Here's James to play it across.
Alonso! Off the post! How unlucky! It's just at the post. Unlucky.
I think it's a giant. There's the ball from Kovacic. Beautifully played. And James, I thought for a minute, had put it over
for a
the
minute
top,
there when you guys were hit the post.
Good fist on it. Taps it down.
Alonso.
Into the danger zone. Alonso does well to keep over the ball, and just a little touch there from Ajayi that saves the
Come on, boys. Keep the pressure. Pressure. Don't foul. Well done, Mount. Oh, that's Mount for you. Mason Mount when you need him. There we go.
If you missed any major incident or goal, head over to the BT Sport app on your mobile or tablet and use our interactive timeline to check it out from the camera angle of your choice, including that wonderful second goal by Matías Pereira.
Come on. Go on. That's a foul. Well done, ref. We're starting to play better now. We're starting.
They've just got to watch themselves a little bit, West Brom here. They've just given Chelsea a little glimmer here, two or three times now. They've been a bit complacent themselves. And
come on.
given the ball
Someone in
away,
blue, get your head onto it.
needlessly. And a couple of chances going Chelsea where now could have been averted. They've got a free kick Chelsea here, and they've got to capitalise it on it themselves. But West Brom, you just sense are getting a little bit too trying to play through the team. Get the ball forward still. They've got bodies up the top now, and don't take any risks.
Come on, someone get your head onto it.
Here comes the free kick to be taken by Mason Mount.
Oh, side netting.
Sam Johnston looked a little bit worried about where that was heading.
I think Mount done him with the eyes. He really did catch him out there. If it's inside the post, I think he's scoring. Look, his body shape is on going back post. He whips it back in there. Just not hit the target.
Unlucky, unlucky. I don't understand what Mount was doing there.
I think he caught him out.
Earlier on in the season, it was Mason Mount's goal that set Chelsea on the comeback trail after they were 3-0 down to West Brom.
You have to do it again.
I'm just looking at that Chelsea side at the moment, the shape. I'm wondering whether he needs a 3 now, Tuchel. I think I'm surprised if he goes into a 4 and pushes the full-backs on. He needs to get a goal, and 3 at the back, I'm not sure is needed at this moment in time. They need to just slightly change what they've been doing game after game after game. But they've got to get back in this game with 10 men.
See if he makes that switch. Dianya's little flick on.
Oh, Jorginho, lackadaisical again.
2 for West Bromwich Albion. They won 3-2 at Wolves. Big local rivals in the Black Country. Maitland-Niles emerges with the ball, maybe a little improbably. And Robinson looking to join in, and the flag was up anyway for offside. Scoreline here that threatens to upset a few bets this weekend, I dare say.
Upset the apple cart. Here's the phrase.
What Chelsea, if they can
do you want to do?
Get things right. Still Equator, and again, good work by Kovacic. Spun into the space and shoots.
Oh!
And he's off target, and again, threatening that first Stamford Bridge goal.
Oh!
But that was good play from Aspilicueta as well.
Unlucky Kovacic.
The outside centre-backs can come out into midfield, and that's what's needed. He comes out, gets it into Kovacic. Again, he shifts it on that favoured right peg, but it's just a slight deflection that probably does enough to take it wide, but better from Aspilicueta. He's got to come out
playing a lot better now
and be an extra man in midfield.
Come on, Reece, put a ball in the box. Someone get in onto it.
Better spell this though for Chelsea.
Go on!
And Zuma with the
attempted
cushion volley, just a little bit too much weight on it.
Well, it was a good effort actually. He's making good movement here. He wants it in the air, but it comes to him in the volley there. Just can't keep it down, but might come off his shin more than his foot. Let's have a look. Yeah, more on his shin area. Couldn't actually place it and get over the top of it, but half a chance.
One or two things just starting to happen for Chelsea, maybe to the consternation of Sam Allardyce. He's often a feature of teams down at the bottom of the table that they do find a way to lose. And how is West Bromwich Albion's belief that they can pull this off? Robinson here.
What?
The ball did go out of play on its journey there. James has already got a new ball, obviously sanitised in his hand, ready to go again. Chelsea are in a hurry. Kovacic.
Oh, Kovacic! You just sent 2 players on their way. You just sent them on their way. Bye bye.
Well Marcos Alonso into
Timo.
To spin him behind.
Too much behind.
34 goals he got last season at Leipzig. Timo Werner. Just the 10 so far this season for Chelsea. It might only be a matter of time before he does spring back to life. Townsend. Jay, former Rotherham United player. Another one getting his first crack.
We can't let a team mostly full of championship players beat us. That would have been.
Callum Robinson, the striker.
Yeah, beat the championship side. Knock him out.
Bartley. Robinson. Pereira in behind again here. And only the legs of Mendy.
He's the one player that we can't seem to handle, is Matthias Pereira.
Again from the baggies.
Very good play, and they've put a couple of patterns of play before this.
Christensen, why do you leave a big massive gap open?
A little over, get on his favourite left peg. He hasn't gone.
But well done, Mendy.
It's a good save in the end from Mendy, but what a chance for his hat trick. And West Brom playing with a lot of confidence.
Yokoshlu got a foot in. It's taken quickly, the throw towards Werner.
Here's that chance again. Look, on his left foot, he's in a perfect position, and he hasn't really picked the bottom corner out. That's the only thing. His head's not up. He's just happy to hit the target, which he's done, but the keeper's done his job as well. And looking back, he's looking back there thinking, still I pick a corner up. Sam's not happy, is he?
I think the body language said it all there, didn't it? Seen that before.
I think so, yeah. But no, they've put some lovely moves together in this last 5 minutes of West Brom. They're playing with a lot of yes, they've got the spare man, but look, they're really building up well.
Furlong this time to play it in. Robinson!
Yeah.
He's done it again against Chelsea. 3-1 up, and that is a wonderful strike by Callum Robinson. And West Bromwich Albion are in some sort of dreamland here. 3-1 up at Stamford Bridge.
But what an amazing goal, and you've got to give so much credit to this team. They've had this little 5-minute purple patch where suddenly, yes, against 10 men, as I said, but they're playing round, they're playing 1-2s, they're full of confidence. And this goal, the build-up and the finish and the pick-out from Furlong, you'd have thought they're like third in the league and playing with that sort of confidence. It's a beautiful bit of football, it really is. Look, lay off there, chest control, switch it out to the right, they've got runners in behind, look, little overlap from Furlong, beautifully weighted pass, and this is a wonderful ball, he picks him out. And what a finish from Robinson. He comes in there, look at this, he has a little look here, he's had 2 glances and he pulls it back. And it's an absolute beautiful finish technique that is almost off the floor. Just a little skip, smothers the ball, top corner, Mendy no chance, and what a beautiful goal.
You won't see many better than that this weekend. The last time Callum Robinson scored for West Brom was against Chelsea at the Hawthorns earlier this season in September. He's done it against here. And it does mean that all 4 of his Premier League goals in his career have come against today's opposition. As somebody said, funny old game. Chelsea aren't that funny at the moment, though.
Yeah.
But when you think back, Pulisic had just put Chelsea ahead at 1-0, and you think, well, it was only a matter of time and the amount of possession they had. But who would have thought, at this stage, 3-1 down after 63 minutes. That's why we love this game.
Real test of character this for Chelsea now. Have they got the spark, the grit? Can they find something to claw their way back against all the odds in this match? Thomas Tuchel's unbeaten start here in grave danger.
You get the feeling that they've got the individual brilliance out there, and they've got it on the bench as well. It could be some sort of individual brilliance to get them back into the game, but
go on, Zuma.
As a team today, they've not been anywhere near their standards that they've set.
Some guys that don't talk
before he arrived in England, but
that much because I'm just a bit in a state of shock.
In every game, no matter what the opposition. Werner to play it inside. Kovacic. dispossessed though, and that'll be a free kick. A frustrated Kovacic is going to get a yellow card as well.
That's really good defending from Ajayi here. He just doesn't give up, does he? There he wins the ball. Kovacic a little bit late there in his tackle, but good defending from Ajayi there. He's left the ground. He's a lucky man in some ways. I think when you leave the ground, you're putting yourself on offer, but I think it's right decision, a yellow, but big risk. He's played better this half. First half he was awful, but he's turned his game around. Can Chelsea do it as a team?
In the Premier League, only Liverpool and Manchester City have won here this season. Kovacic again is doing everything he knows to try and spark something for Chelsea.
Yeah, we're not playing well today.
Diania, no problem here for Kurt Zuma. Kovacic has got past Phillips there. He's got Alonso to his left. He's got Werner waiting in the middle. He's got Mount arriving.
End up going for goal. Wow.
And the punch in the end, Sam Johnston.
Yeah, he went for safety, the keeper, but there again, Chelsea getting in behind Alonso. Nice played ball in there from Kovacic. I'm not sure he is going for the goal.
Right, Silva in the flop. He just tried to jump to try and block the ball, and it's just a follow through. He just caught the player. Happens to everyone.
First from the goalkeeper called up by Gareth Southgate for the latest England squad. Zuma trying to win it.
Oh.
Shemi Ajayi. And here come West Brom on the counter again. Robinson, who's been good since he came on, and that was a memorable goal from him. And Townsend arriving. Pereira plays it across.
This is the joke. This is the joke. This is the joke.
Slides it in, and they lead by 4 goals to 1 on this extraordinary Saturday lunchtime in West London.
Again, it's such a beautifully built-up goal, breaking quickly on Chelsea, keeping their head, keeping their cool, looking for the spare man, and that's what they did. And you know, that can happen, can't it, when you've got that extra man, but you've got to take advantage. This is how calm they play. They break quickly, but it's with a cool head. Pereira does great again. Look, the little one to the beautiful ball inside. Now had a chance to clear that one. Lovely little back heel. Pereira goes, yeah, that's such a good finish, isn't it? From Diania. Just lays it back. Look, beautiful stuff. It's training ground stuff, really. Just there's the little look up. And a beautiful finish in that bottom corner. It really is. Catching Mendy coming across the goal. Can't get his body weight back. And a fabulous, fabulous break again. And Sam knows now he's got the 3 points.
Reality check for Thomas Tuchel, but wait a minute, it's Mason Mount!
Oh, come on, Mason!
I'm not sure it was actually going in, and the keeper didn't know that and had to make his save.
No, he has to make that save, but this is what Chelsea have got in the locker. Look, one little lovely little ball.
And you know, and even the commentators said what's changed it is that sending off changed the game.
Cross and gets that deflection, just takes
I don't think we would have lost if we had to have men on the pitch.
James with the corner kick.
If Mount were to score, I'll be happy because that's the only player that's actually trying.
How good have West Bromwich Albion been here today?
We will beat Porto. It's just a blip.
3 goals have been top quality efforts from them. Kurt Zuma now for Chelsea. It might be just reflecting it. It's one of those days from the Thiago Silva sending off.
Yeah.
Now Kovacic looking to dance his way through.
Like the commentators just said, it's just one of those days.
And tells his fellow defenders, get out.
That's a ball.
Alonso.
Go on, Timo! Yes! Mason Mount. That's what I wanted. Mason Mount. Can it happen? Can it actually happen? I don't know. I don't know.
It certainly does give him a glimmer, and it's again a very well worked goal. Alonso, you see him in the first half, he spins there, really makes good movement from Alonso.
But look at this.
First time ball across. Werner, unselfish, playing for the team, and Tuchel will be absolutely delighted with that. In some ways, that means more to him than actually Werner scoring. Look, and now just there to tuck it in. And very, couldn't see it coming because Chelsea haven't put any sort of patterns of play like that together, and Sam Allardyce won't be happy with them getting in behind that easily, but they've given themselves a little bit of glimmer of hope here.
Maybe just a little test of West Bromwich Albion's nerve as well. They lead by 4 goals to 2. Chelsea get it back again. Here's Werner again. Now Kovacic. They're claiming the free kick, they're not getting it. That might be controversial. Mount to play it here to Alonso. Chelsea have carried a threat, even a man down. Here's Diania.
Oh boys, we can get number 1. We can get number 1. You never know, guys.
Not been getting much of a sniff under Sam Allardyce.
If we can get another goal, you never know what can happen in football. Then it's game on. I'm happy Mason Mount scored that, because that's the one player who deserved the goal today.
Change coming up here.
Why did you not do that sooner? Get off! I want you out of the club. Jorginho's gone. Thank God for that. Oh. Gone out. Absolute
Germany
piece of crap gone off the pitch.
Macedonia in the week.
We might actually win this game. We might actually come back now. And I actually got hope.
Yeah, that certainly makes sense, bringing Havertz in, but they've got, I think Chelsea have gone into a back 4.
Yeah, we've gone back 4 now. I'm happy with a back 4.
Maybe, but,
is it too late anymore to win? No, we got about 20 minutes. You have about 20 minutes.
And they'll push Azpilicueta on. And Alonso on and
see, so there's plenty of time.
Don't try it at home, as they say. It worked. Here's Timo Werner.
Chelsea get if Chelsea get 3rd, we can believe.
Manchester United against Brighton tomorrow on BT Sport, 1 HD and Ultimate, 7 o'clock Sunday evening from Old Trafford for live coverage of that one. Brighton pulling away from trouble at the bottom, but not completely safe yet. West Bromwich Albion obviously still believing that they can perform what most people would say is impossible and get out of trouble.
Don't.
They've looked nothing like a bottom 3 side today, the way they've played.
Oh, I have it, but he's just come on, so I'm not really going to straight him at the moment, because he's just ready, just come on. Right, ready?
.66 years old now, Sam Allardyce, still loving it all, and I think he particularly likes it when he can maybe just leave a little bit of a dent in one of the big clubs. Certainly the truth, remember those Bolton Arsenal games when it was him against Arsene Wenger, don't you?
Well, he has done that this year, hasn't he? Liverpool City, they've got points away from home against them.
Long-range effort. It was got to be fair to Slaven Bilic. It was he who got the point against Man City and got sacked the next morning.
That's very true. There's the same, similar set of players out there, but they've been impressive, really impressive today. And one thing they haven't done this season is score goals. They've got 4 under their belt today.
James.
Oh, he's going for a corner. Dead up.
And goes for a corner kick here. With the stoppage time, there's probably the best part of 20 minutes of football still left in this.
And you still sense that they're not over the line by any shape. Anyway, Chelsea will keep coming at them.
James to play it. Werner got sent
Oh,
in, and Zuma, with an open goal in front of him, puts it over the top.
Well, it's a fantastic chance, it really is.
I could have scored that in the month of Sundays.
It looks easy from here. It's on the half volley on his left foot. It's come quickly.
How have you
through
missed
the
from
bodies
about
here.
3 yards out? It's
Touch
just
on
unbelievable.
Really jumps well there. Little touch there. It's coming quick at him. On the high, can't smother it. It's on the up when he tries to play it. And Tuchel's not happy, but when you look back on that, that isn't an easy one. Even for a striker, but let alone a centre-back coming
Yeah,
up.
centre-back coming... Whatever.
That gone in, I think it might really have given Sam Allardyce and West Brom and their supporters the collie wobbles at 4-3. Desperate to keep the 2-goal cushion.
I think this is a great example of having no crowd in Chelsea. If this was a full house, you know, you would even be more on the back foot and worried for West Brom. But in these circumstances, you know, with no crowd here, they've got to do it themselves.
Aspilicueta, and this is promising. James, splendid piece of defending then by Barkley. Important he stopped that cross coming in. Still could be problems though here for West Brom. It's Havertz this time.
Oh, we're trying to run through. You can't run through players. Running down the bar down here a bit there.
The last quarter of an hour of normal time. Who'd have thought it? Chelsea, who'd hardly conceded a goal under Thomas Tuchel, letting in 4 at home to West Bromwich Albion. They're looking to bite back again here. Werner.
Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul. Oh, referee, you are.
And so in the end, the referee.
Referee, you are an idiot for that. He got pushed. He got completely pushed over.
It's obstruction. Whether you like it or not, look, the ball goes through his arms. His arms come
Oh, referee.
Whether the ball's in the vicinity of Werner or whatever, I don't know. I think the referee probably looked at that, but that is a foul. He's pushed him with both arms.
Yeah, definite free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I bet you if a Chelsea player did that to West Brom player, you would give it.
Christensen. Part of a Danish side who are playing really well. They've 3 World Cup qualifiers, got 14 goals.
Ah, Kovacic.
Here's Pereira. Phillips.
Don't concede another, please.
To get the cross away, Zuma did just about enough. It will be a West Brom corner.
Kovacic, you are lucky.
Yeah, Kovacic there just gets caught trying to run with the ball in the deep 30. You're going to pay the price at times, and Phillips tries to go on the outside. Might have been better just tucking one inside there to make them gnarls. But
if I was you, I'd bring Giroud on or something. So I'd give us a centre scoring another goal.
On the back post, had they been able to stand that cross up to him. As it is, Chelsea have a corner to defend, taken by Pereira. Mendy didn't get to it, and it's gone over the bar in the end.
There's a lot of bodies in that 6-yard box. Look at how many West Brom bodies are in there, and Mendy's nowhere near the ball, is he?
Might have been Yokoshlu who won the header. Meanwhile, Timo Werner.
Go on, Werner.
It's resembling a basketball match at the moment, this. Opportunities at both ends of the pitch, and there are sure to be more, you'd think. Kovacic. Lovely ball.
Go on, Werner! Oh,
important touch.
Why did you not
Sam Johnston
go and hit it?
Just overweighted, wasn't it? Kovacic there saw him. It's a great bit of movement from Werner. Look, and there's the ball. It had to be absolutely perfect to get him in. It's a great effort from Kovacic, but in the end, Johnson dealt with it.
No problems for Mason Mount, but nearly a problem for Sam Johnston, whose touch was a bit on the heavy side. Some game at Stamford Bridge going on here, and there might be a twist or turn still to come. Bit of a tired touch from Yokoshlu, who has been on the go in those Turkey World Cup qualifiers. Plenty of goals in them as well. They had a 3-3 with Latvia, apart from their big win over the Netherlands.
Go on, boys. Still 10 minutes to go. If we can get a goal, there's hope.
Townsend with the throw. Maitland-Niles. Out of play in the end. He's trying to get it into that corner. It's a bit too soon for that for West Brom. Watching this all very carefully will be the teams just behind Chelsea in that race for 4th place. West Ham, Spurs, Liverpool, Everton. Sure, Arsenal haven't given up hope either. West Brom are going to get the free kick here.
Just gets caught there from Jones. It's a good time for a free kick actually for West Brom, just to settle things down. Get a little bit of possession here, but you just sense if Chelsea can get this, the next goal, wow, we would have a game on our hands.
Bartley to take it. Flags up against Matty Phillips. I wonder whether Olivier Giroud is thinking, oh, will there be a role for me in all of this? It looks like the answer to that's no today. In fact, it will be the answer. Azpilicueta towards Werner again. West Brom looking to achieve what would be only their 2nd away win of the season, to add to the one they got against Wolves.
Come on, boys.
Bartley to take charge. He was another on the score sheet in that 3-3 draw. In fact, he scored his first ever Premier League goal in that match at the Hawthorns.
Him and Ajayi today have been solid at the back there. They've dealt with most things that Chelsea have thrown at them at the moment. They've just got to get themselves over the line, really, make sure they don't give anything away, West Brom. They've really worked hard to get themselves in the lead and just don't throw it away. That's why if Chelsea do get a next one, we've got a real game on our hands, and it would make West Brom nervous there. You just see their Mount a little bit late going in there, but
big week of European action coming up. What a time Tuesday. Liverpool going to Real Madrid, 7 o'clock, BT Sport 2 HD, and in the same slot on BT Sport 3 we'll have Manchester City against Borussia Dortmund, who of course will bring Erling Haaland with them. That's 7:15 BT Sport 3 HD. On Wednesday, Chelsea, their away leg to Porto, which has been played in Seville. Bayern against Paris Saint-Germain, by the way, the same night as well. Fantastic action to look forward to in the week. Zuma to Kovacic.
Oh.
Such a good midfield technician, the former Real Madrid man. Here's Werner. Now James. Havertz is waiting in the middle. Chelsea looking for that 3rd goal, which might just fray West Brom nerves.
Go on!
Here's
Go on,
Mount.
Ah.
lovely little ball from Kovacic, but good defending from Downsy. Just makes himself go goal side, stays in there, keeps his body in front of Mount. Good from the fullback, tucking him round. They've had to adjust quite well actually. They've been playing in the back 5, but since they went into a 4, West Brom, they've looked really strong, they're really organised.
What do you think Thomas Tuchel might have learned about his Chelsea squad today?
I don't know if it's about learning. For the life of me, they went a long time, you know, with the back three, and I think you've got to be able to adjust that system. They've gone into a sort of a 4 now in the latter stage of the game. I just think the complacency first half, it looked to me as if they looked like a team that were out there thinking, well, it's only a matter of time, we'll get the first goal and we'll win the game, and it doesn't work like that in the Premier League.
Well, maybe a bit of a mentality question mark in your approach to this fixture.
Wow, this referee does not like Timo Werner. Gets fouled all over the place and gets nothing.
Callum Robinson. Phillips has stormed forward. And here's Diagna getting himself on the score sheet today. Wants another one. Blocked by Aspilicueta, a little unconventionally, but it did the job. Went down like a fielder stopping the ball at long leg in the cricket, didn't he, a bit?
He did, yes. And that one going through you for 4, you get some stick from the ground then, didn't you?
I mentioned 4. Here's Kovacic to Kai Havertz. Alonso let it run, and Yokoshlu got it away. Once again, Kovacic, who's been at the centre of everything Chelsea have tried to do as they try to pull this game round in the second half. It's a loose ball. Townsend, that'll do as far as West Brom are concerned. They'll have one eye on the clock now. There'll be a fair bit of added time, I imagine, on top of the 90 here. Soft on the way a bit. Havertz. Zuma trying to dig out a ball to James, who does win the header.
We're playing so much better as soon as Mount came on, and as soon as Jorginho went off. We have played so much. We have
keep a hold of
we have played so much better.
Says the referee. James has got time here to measure something, and he's done exactly that. Havertz.
Oi!
Worked that onto his left foot. Kovacic looks to pick it up as well. And West Bromwich Albion scramble it away.
How is that? Referee, you are a buying bastard. Sorry for my language, buddy. The referees, this guy is shocking. This referee's shocking. We could have a free kick and a penalty. But you give it to them, you dickhead.
The referee was about 1 yard away.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's moaning at him, but
absolute disgrace.
They go down. There's a real well-timed tackle from Maitland. Those two go down. There's another one go down. Then there's one here. It's like the Grand National. It's like Beecher's Brook with all the jockeys falling off.
I think that's next week, isn't it?
Yeah, but as soon as we give a foul, it's a free kick. But when West Brom do it, they get away with blooming murder.
My tip is, I think West Brom might see this game out.
Jack Livermore has been left out of the side recently to replace Matt Phillips late on here. Just a fresh pair of legs just to stiffen things up here in defence of what would be a priceless win for West Bromwich Albion, but the hard reality is they're going to need a whole lot more. Glenn Hoddle in a moment will tell us who his man of the match is.
It's going to be Matheus Pereira. No, yeah, read his mind like a glove.
I think I might have a good idea, but I'll leave it to Glenn.
Matheus Pereira.
Well, for me, it's got to be Pereira. I think he's been.
Yeah, I knew that straight off the bat.
Wonderful goals that he scored, but he's been a focal point for West Brom. He's held the ball up. He's laid people in off the ball. He's been excellent. He really has, and there's been some good performances from West Brom all round the pitch. But he's been the top player today.
The chance, Kovacic. Maybe he felt it was necessary in the circumstances. This is the first time West Bromwich Albion have scored 4 in a match this season. Mason Mount playing the 1-2 with Kovacic. Steady defending again though from West Brom. Ajayi doing his job well back there. 4 minutes of added time. Christensen beat Diagne in the air, but there might be something still for West Bromwich Albion, who've kept the attacking ideas in their head even when they've defended the lead. Carrera and Robinson makes it 5. Amazing, just amazing. 2 for him, and West Bromwich Albion, the team in 19th place in the Premier League, have come to Chelsea and smacked in 5 goals.
Again, beautifully created there. It's a tight call. I'm sure VAR are going to have a good look at it and see if it is onside. It's going to be touch and go, but looking at it in free play, it looked like he timed his run to perfection. But it's such an acute finish. Look at this, just a little dink over Mendy and into that bottom corner. Really good hold-up play from Diagne, and plenty of bodies running ahead of the ball for West Brom today, and that's been a difference really in some of their performances. They didn't get bodies forward enough, but this is a lovely little finish from Robinson. We're just waiting to see whether VAR agree that.
I don't think he's onside.
I
don't think he's onside because a little bit of his arm is offside.
He had his arm out. Check's complete. The goal stands. West Bromwich Albion.
But when in games where Werner scores and his arm is offside, it's offside. But when another team does it, it's onside. Biasness,
all around the country. I think a lot of people will look at the result if they haven't seen the game and will want to check that there wasn't some kind of misprint.
Well, the first thing they will see is that Chelsea, went down to 10 men, but they were 1-0 up. I mean, sometimes when you go down to 10 men and you're winning, you can make sure you're stubborn and you defend well and you win the game from there. But West Brom have got to take some credit with the way they turn that round very quickly.
Bit of a wake-up call for Chelsea ahead of their Champions League quarter-final. They might concentrate minds wonderfully. You'd never know it, would you, from the expression, but I think there must be a deep sense of satisfaction inside for Sam Allardyce, who has won here before with Bolton and Crystal Palace. In fact, I think he's the first manager in Premier League history, in the Premier League era, to come here and win with 3 different clubs. Zuma to get it away. Talk about a tale of the unexpected, eh, Glenn?
Well, they've performed brilliantly. They really have, West Brom. They came here with a plan.
When's the next game? My next game's not until Wednesday for Chelsea versus Porto.
They were sort of really going to be stubborn. They were going to try and defend to get to half-time. But then suddenly this game all changed. It just changed, didn't it? Down to 10 men. They find themselves 1 down. And suddenly they start playing and they start throwing bodies forward. And they're a completely different side to what I saw early in the season.
Free kick to Chelsea. It's all academic now, though. What a way for Thomas Tuchel's 14-game unbeaten start to end. Bartley tried to stop Havertz illegally. He couldn't reach him. Here's Alonso. And that is it. An absolutely sensational result at Stamford Bridge. Almost beyond belief. Sam Allardyce
Full time, West Brom